Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of In My Opinion. My name is John.
My name is Lester.
And yes, we are back for another episode. So for those of y'all that are watching for the first time, do remember to give us a like on Instagram and follow us on Telegram in the links below.
Yes.
We upload every week and then you can check all these details. We repeat every episode. You all know what.
Every episode. And today is a bit special. Look at the camera angles. You have never seen this before.
Correct.
Because it's the first time in a very long time that it's just me and John in this house.
And also it's the first time since phase 2 Heightened Alert we come back to the same place. But of course, you know, why is it like that, right? It's because we are pending in case need to change again or whatever, you know, fingers crossed. But
social distance, guys.
So this is a very rare, unique, ultra holo foil episode.
Yes, and the reason why is because we were actually recently invited to go for a movie screening. Exciting things. We are now influencers, but we got invited to go to Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard.
Yes.
And honestly speaking, before I watched the movie, I didn't know, but it's actually a sequel to Hitman's Bodyguard.
Yeah, I mean, for those of you that don't know the movie, right, it's starring Ryan Reynolds and Samuel L. Jackson and a lot of other stars. It's actually a sequel, like Lester mentioned, right, to the earlier episode, which is the Hitman's Bodyguard.
Yes.
Which is actually now available on Netflix. You can go and watch it.
Go watch it on Netflix.
And
first.
frankly, right, when we watched Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard, right, it was hilarious. I laughed my socks off, and it was the funniest show I've seen in a while.
It's a very easy movie to watch. You know, in like I've been watching a lot of movies that are a little bit more heavy because we're introspective and overthinkers, right? But when I watched that movie, I was like finally like able to relax. I just like sunk into my seat for like 2 hours and just like enjoy myself.
Correct. And given COVID-19, right, what do we need more of? We just need more laughter, huh?
Yeah,
so the Hitman's Wife Bodyguard will be in theater starting from when?
By the time this release is this Thursday. So it's in 2 days' time that it will be released.
In 2 days' time. So I guess the date will be Thursday, 17th.
Thursday, 24th.
Oh, sorry, I time travel 1 week.
It is released on 22nd and I think 24th is out. I will put it down in the comments down below.
The movie is out.
24th. Yeah.
24th June. Okay, 24th June, go to theaters and watch Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. I promise you, you will not regret it.
And I think it's the first time that we went to a movie theater in a very, very long time. And it was quite an experience for me. Like having the crowd there. Okay, there wasn't a crowd. There were a few people here and there, but I remember distinctly there was a lady in the same row as us, like socially distanced but same row. And she was like laughing at all the jokes. Yeah. And I think that made it a lot better. I don't know how it's been. Like, it just makes the whole experience elevates it a little bit.
I mean, I would have to say that, you know, please be safe, of course.
Of course.
And in the times of this kind of pandemic, the movie also runs at, the cinemas also run at the capacity, 25% or something. There's a lot of abiding. So what atmosphere that is basically is non-existent, but you know, there will be a few other random humans that are also in the room.
Yeah.
But like, it was always nice because also like personally, right, even if you don't talk about ambience with people and laughing or whatever, the sound system is so next level. I forgot how punchy cinema speakers were. Yeah. Like every gunshot, action, like bam, and then you're just like, whoo.
The gunshot, when I first heard the first gunshot, because it was a jump scare. It's a bit spoiler. It was a jump scare jump shot. I legit like that.
Yeah, I like that.
Then I remember John like come out to me, what the I remember you muttered under your breath.
Because, okay, like, I mean, the starting scenes without spoiling anything were like, bish, 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 and then like, every bit was like,
you
basically, they tell the prequel story, right, in one shot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think it's a very good movie, especially if you are not one to like, I guess, overthink things.
Yes.
And like, it's just a good movie to relax to.
Absolutely. If you're a big fan of like, other Ryan Reynolds works. So
Ryan
things
Reynolds.
So things like Deadpool.
Yeah.
And other kinds of funny stuff. I would say you expect the funniness level, right, is like Deadpool or more.
Yes.
But story level, right, is like Deadpool or less.
And there's Samuel L. Jackson as well. So it's a star-studded cast. And because of this whole movie, we have decided that we should do kind of an episode surrounding this movie.
Yes.
And because we really like the movie, we wanted to do this in an episode. Yeah. So we're doing an episode about relationship deal breakers. Correct. And some of you might be wondering right now, how does it even link? Yes. The reason why it links is because the movie actually mentioned a lot of them.
And in the title is Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. Also got relationship.
So there's a relationship element to it.
Correct.
And there was some like deal breakers that when John and I left the cinema, we were like, hey, actually, like this is quite interesting. They tackle this theme. It's quite interesting.
Yes.
So why don't we start with the first one?
Also, right, side note for those of you that are watching this episode, right? I know us talking about these relationship deal breakers, right? Actually, we're kind of dropping a trail of breadcrumbs for you to understand the show a little bit better, but stay tuned. Yeah.
Yes.
24th, don't miss it.
Then don't miss it, man. So the first one is a shady job. Very obvious because it's a hitman's wife.
So I guess we're talking about the bodyguard lah. Shady job. Okay, relationship deal breaker.
Yes. Right. Okay, so why don't I go for the extreme first? Would you date a hitman?
Okay. Wow, this is tough.
That's very unrealistic. But let's go
because I'm straight. I guess hitwoman.
Hitwoman.
Assassin.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay, gender neutral.
So the thing about it is that I feel personally, right. Assassin is one of those jobs that I don't want to discriminate, but I sadly cannot accept as in a partner.
I hate that we have to say I don't want to discriminate.
No.
Why
But
do
hear
you
me out. The sentence haven't finished. The sentiment haven't finished. But
okay.
because we're trying to be more accepting. But anyway, assassin is one of those jobs that if you tell me that you're working as assassin, I don't think I can accept.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. But right, the thing about it is that if let's say I'm dating someone and then we get married or whatever, everything's going great, I never properly found out what you worked as.
Yeah.
And whenever I broach the topic, right, my partner is like, oh no, I don't really want to tell you all that kind of thing. Yeah. Right. My first thought will not be assassin, right?
Yeah, you'll be like Secret Service.
Or like government lah, maybe something like that lah. So like, but the thing is very simple. If you want to do a job that you cannot tell me one.
Yeah.
Okay. But your life is so entwined with mine to the point like for a point like you're my spouse, for example.
Yeah.
Right. I only got like one requirement in order for it not to be a deal breaker.
Okay.
And that is no matter what you're doing, it does not come home.
So it doesn't affect you.
It doesn't affect me or my family, or for that matter, our family.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
My in-laws also don't be affected, that kind of thing.
How about so I can imagine so what immediately popped to my head was the premise for Dot's like Descendants of the Sun. I don't know whether you watched the
I never watched because Korean dramas not for me.
Okay, so this guy is essentially a very high level army officer. So whenever he goes on missions, he cannot say he goes on mission. He cannot say what he's doing. They only know that she only knows she's in army. He's working. In army, yeah, correct. So he always says that he'll go to the convenience store. Oh. That's his like code word.
Okay.
I'm going to the convenience store. Then he asks when you will be back. I don't know. So I'm just imagining, let's say it's like not say shady job, but like a secret job. Like maybe it doesn't affect your family. Yeah. But you won't meet that often.
That's fine.
Is that okay? Okay, that's okay.
For me personally, I feel that that's the limit that I can accept. Because you see, when people don't tell me, like I mentioned, my head won't straight away be like assassin.
No one should think that.
But what if it's like for example, like you mentioned earlier, secret service. Like they are actually secretly the armed guard protecting the president or armed guard protecting prime minister.
They cannot say it.
They cannot say at all, right? Or maybe they're in the HQ monitoring the security convoy for these people.
Yeah.
Right? They cannot say at all what they do, where they work, or that kind of thing. Right?
Cannot.
I totally understand. So like that's why I say it does not come home. So for that matter, right, this is the same level of secrecy as assassin. You get what I mean?
Okay, I get what I mean. So you're fine with the secrecy and the fact that maybe they are not as like present.
As long as it does not like bleed into like affect our life. Like I give you another example, which is like someone who is a criminal.
Yeah.
That is a little bit more real, like things like drug dealer or gang leader.
Yeah.
Right? These are jobs that have a lot of potential implication that can follow home.
Okay.
Right? So as long as it does not, then I'm fine.
Okay, what if
you don't tell me?
Okay, what if it's drug dealer, but never affect you?
I don't need to know what.
But what if he tell you?
You tell me that, I think that would be a deal breaker.
So you are basically you rather be blissfully ignorant.
Yes.
Than you actually know, as long as it doesn't affect you.
Yes.
Wow.
Because if you own up to me, right, then that would be one thing that I have to accept. Oh. Because like I say, if you don't say, right, the secrecy is on the level of government agent, assassin, drug dealer, same level.
So you just rather not acknowledge it.
No, there's only one requirement.
Okay.
If your choice is to not tell me,
then
it must not affect me or affect our well-being.
Okay. That's fair. I can understand why. Well, I don't know, man. I'd rather they tell me.
Like assassin. Like what do you do, babe?
Here's the thing.
I'm a gun for hire.
Here's the thing. It is a deal breaker to me if you're an assassin. I hate that I have to say that. It is a deal breaker to me.
Okay.
Unless you're like the army, I guess. Then I guess.
Army don't train assassin.
Okay. We don't draw that correlation. Okay. Let's say assassin, hire hitman.
Okay.
The answer is no lah.
Yeah.
But I'd rather you tell me lah. I don't want to one day figure out that you're a hitman. You get what I mean? I know it's a lose-lose
I
for
won't
them.
pry.
Okay.
I won't pry.
I will pry.
The heck?
Here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. I know it's a lose-lose for them. It sounds like they can never win if you're a hit woman. So sorry. But you can never win because if you tell me, I will not date you. But if you don't tell me, I also will not date you. Because I'd rather not have that cloud over me. I don't know how to say. I feel like you'll weigh me down.
Right.
I feel like you'll weigh me down.
I feel like it's okay. Like,
legit.
Like, if the conversation is open, like I approach you, like, so what do you do for a living?
Yeah.
Right? After all these years, you haven't told me.
Yeah.
Then they're like, it's a secret and I cannot tell you. I would respect that. If they own up to me that it's a secret and they cannot tell me,
ooh,
then I'll just be like, okay, this is gonna be something that I will put in my best effort to accept.
to accept, yeah.
But you must promise me that whatever you're doing
Won't affect.
does not come home.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I'll say that. If you tell me it's secret, I'll say, okay, first of all, cannot bring home.
Yeah.
I think second of all is it kind of has to be legal lah. I think because I'm just scared that one day they get caught and then they go to jail. And then I'm just like, what the hell do I do for the next 20 years? or if they get sent to like capital punishment, then it's dead, you know?
Yeah.
So I think if they tell me that they cannot tell me, I think there has to be like a pretext of, okay, first of all, legal. Second of all, you won't affect us.
So legal is the limit.
I think it is.
So what if, right?
MLM.
What if
Yeah.
they are a stock trader, right?
Yeah.
But they like shady one.
Shady stocks trader.
Yeah.
Is that
So they legal loophole. They're not legal nor illegal. They're legal loophole.
is the grey area lah.
Yeah.
Is it like the MLM?
If they are MLM successful MLM marketers.
Wow. Assuming that I like them personally.
Of course,
already lah.
you're in a fucking relationship with them.
I don't know whether okay. Wow, great. I think I might be okay with it. If it's legal, I think I'll be okay. But I'll probably not feel very good when they treat me to things.
Yeah. Like if they like that, that's why I say shady trader, right?
Yeah.
Like they're the hedge fund people who go and short the other stocks and ruin a lot of people's lives but become billionaires.
Yeah, I don't think it's a deal breaker, but I think I will have to address it soon. Like it's one of those things that I won't like because of it. If you're a nice person, I'm
Yeah.
okay.
But how do you
Wow. If you're a nice person
to
to the people around you, just that you have this weird ass job that you are not very nice to other people.
Yeah.
I think I'll be okay at the start because I'll be like, okay, obviously this person has good intentions and a good heart. And then eventually I feel like it has to be addressed.
But where do you draw the line?
I think you'll start bothering me
Porn
after. Porn star is okay. 100% okay with porn star.
Witch doctor? What is the cursed people one?
Cursed people. Sure. I mean,
so flimsy.
no, the only thing is, wow. Okay, maybe because I don't believe in the cursing.
Okay, fine.
maybe because of that. Porn star is definitely fine. I don't think that's like immoral or illegal in any way. I think it's the one. I think the shady like
Assassins.
like not assassin. No, I think like shady like traders. Shady traders.
Okay.
I think that one is like I will probably accept it. I won't be like let's break up now here and there. But I'll probably like in a few months I'll probably like nudge you and be like, hey, like
Yeah, what if they open one siam deal for money laundering?
isn't it illegal?
The launderer is illegal. As in your establishment is just using to launder what?
Okay.
Right? But you can be not aware one. What?
Okay, but money laundering is illegal. So
It is.
I'll probably not
The person
allow
taking
that.
the money to launder is the one that is a crime. The establishment doesn't know what.
Oh, so
That's
he
how
only
laundering
he
works,
opens the siam deal,
And then
but someone else is laundering.
somehow all the siam deals in the area is used for people to launder money. What?
Wow, I think I'll be okay with it.
So they are like the act blur, live longer kind of
people.
Crime in
Yeah,
that
yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Accomplice.
Will you be okay with it?
Yeah, you don't. That's what I say already.
Just don't tell me.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't let it affect like
yeah.
whatever this is.
Okay, I think if I know, right, I'll be okay with it, but I'll probably be like, I don't think it will affect whether I'll marry the person or anything. It's just mainly like I'll probably nudge them and be like, hey, you want to like get
away from it.
Get away from it. Because to me it's like I think in my head eventually.
But that's only if you know what it is.
I'd rather know what it is. like say real. I'd rather know what it is. I'd rather they tell me and I can worry with them than if one person worry, then because the thing, I'm gonna worry anyways. I'm gonna worry anyway. I'm a big worrier. I'm gonna worry anyway. So they might as well just tell me like right then.
Clearly, I'm way more YOLO swag than you.
Yeah, sure.
In the come what may, we solve it when it comes kind of way. Not the YOLO swag blindly.
Yeah, I got me. Okay, why don't we move on to the next one?
Next one.
Which is another one that was brought up in the show.
Okay, wait, no. How about we make it easier so that we complete the list all the time? We always say one final yes or no.
Okay.
Shady job, bracket, i.e. assassin. Deal breaker or no?
If illegal, yes.
Okay. If they don't bring home.
Okay. Next one. Infertility.
Oh.
So it's another theme-ish, or it's brought up in the movie.
Oh yes.
And I think one thing we liked about this is also it can be both ways.
Oh yes.
So it can be the girl is
in a cisgender couple, it can be a male or female lah.
It can be male or female. Yeah. And they both of them can either one can be infertile. So if let's say you found out that your partner is infertile, is it a deal breaker for you?
Absolutely not.
You don't give a shit.
You know why?
In fact, it's better.
Yeah, I don't want kids. Honestly, right, to the point whereby I've been considering vasectomy.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Because like also it will help to prevent any future health issues in men.
Yeah.
Like things like testicular. I don't know if it helps prostate. Does it help anything with prostate? Probably not.
I have no idea.
But like basically like I don't want kids.
So why would you?
Yeah.
Why would you care, right?
So if
that makes sense.
Infertile, woo!
It's like you are the Pokemon I'm choosing.
No, but okay. To be fair.
Yeah.
I know that there are people who with this that are like full on deal breakers. Like straight away, right? This one right is breakup material.
It's like the same. I think it's the same reasoning as the want to have kids or like the want to have kids one. So if you date people, if you want to have kids and you date someone who doesn't want to have kids, I think I will understand why that's a deal breaker.
Yeah. That's how my previous relationship ended also. Yeah, there was this misalignment of in terms of family planning for the future.
Yeah, which is normal, which is fine. I think it's just part and parcel of life. For me, infertility, I don't think it's a deal breaker for me.
What if okay, it's not a deal breaker lah.
No.
We all accept that like people, but what if they lie to you? Let's say you are someone that wants kids.
Yeah.
Then right, after you're married, after everything, right, after trying a few times, right, then they say that actually I've been meaning to tell you, but I've been infertile since secondary school.
How would they know?
They go for medical checkup.
Okay. Nah, I'll be upset for a while. I think it was like I was not upset at the fact that they're infertile. I think I'll be more upset at the fact they lied. Or unless they tell me that like the conversation never came up. Then like yeah, sure. But if it's something I asked.
No, but like you see, you all try a few times, right? So like this person is like know that y'all are trying in vain.
I think it's fine. I'm just imagining from their point. If let's say I'm infertile and I'm telling my partner and we tried for a few times and we cannot, right?
But you never tell them you actually didn't know you're infertile, so you try no use.
In my opinion, I would I will understand why they won't want to say. I think it's hard to say. I think it's very, very hard to say.
It is lah.
And then you will probably be like, why don't I just try for a few times? And if by some miracle I get it, I don't have to ever say it to them ever.
Yeah, okay.
You get what I mean? And then after a few times, I'm like, okay, you know what, fuck it.
Yeah,
like,
because not everyone is comfortable with owning out this kind of thing, right?
Like, this shit is not working out. Let's just go clean. I would think I will be shocked and maybe upset maybe at like the fact that they didn't tell me a few weeks. But the upset is like one of those like 1 or 2 hours I finish already kind.
Not really, yeah.
I won't be that upset.
Okay.
I'll be fine with it.
Yeah.
Because I think infertility by itself is not a deal breaker for me.
It's not a deal breaker for me.
Yeah. I mean, if I want to have children in the future and my partner is infertile, I'll just like adopt more. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
that's the thing.
I don't see it as a
I
problem.
truly agree also. And in the future, if I do want to have kids, I would rather adopt because you can help someone out.
Yeah, I don't see it as a problem. I think that's fine. So
no deal breaker.
Not deal breaker. Not deal breaker for us.
I mean, for those of y'all who feel that it's a deal breaker, we would like to hear your point as well because we do understand there are a lot of people who wish to be parents.
Yeah, I understand. But yes, next one, working overseas, which is also another.
Oh yes.
So like randomly will zao to like Italy, then randomly will zao somewhere else, and maybe they work very long term overseas.
Yeah.
And that's one that we were talking pre rolling the cameras, and we said that very close. To being a deal breaker for us. I think it is for me.
For you, right? You said that it was like but for me, right?
Yeah.
Depends on time frame.
Okay. So how was the what do you mean?
So for you, is it like straight up deal breaker?
I think if you tell me work overseas like 2 weeks in a month, kind still okay lah.
Nonsense, obviously lah. We're talking about at least 2 years.
I cannot go over lah.
Visit lah.
But I cannot work over. I cannot be.
I mean, up to your own ability, what? But like even if you go over, their next assignment will be elsewhere.
Oh, okay. Okay, I think at the stage of life I'm in, I'm still okay with it. 2 years.
Oh.
I'm still okay with it. But if you ask me in like a year or two, right? 2 years overseas, I'll probably be like, unless I go with you, I think a bit hard.
Yeah. I think for me, it's like working overseas. And this one is talking about like, let's say if it's like dating.
Yeah.
Dating, then I think it's a deal breaker.
Okay.
Yeah. Because like I cannot do LDR.
Okay, yeah. LDR is hard, man.
Yeah. But like if it's like my spouse.
Oh, yeah.
Right? My spouse, my limit, I feel. Right? 5 years.
If not divorce.
No lah, but like before you go, you tell me it's 5 years, I accept. If you tell me it's 6, then I'll be like, okay, we need to talk about this shit.
It's 5 years, then you're like, okay, go ahead, honey.
No, and like actually 5 years, we may, like if it's like the max sentence, it's just like, oh, we're going 5 years. Then I'll be like, okay.
How are you gonna deal with this shit?
Is there any way I can find a job we migrate?
Yeah.
Make it a permanent solution. Yeah. Then they'll be like, oh, but we still will travel. It's okay. Then we see how lah.
I'd rather go with them.
Go with.
I think if it's very long term,
but like my limit, to like go without me, right?
Yeah.
It's 5 years.
Limit to go without you 5 years. I think for me it's 2 years. Yeah,
because sporadically I can still visit.
Have you been in LDR before?
No.
Okay, I've been
in fact,
LDR
like, there
before.
was this one time where very unfortunately I had to like sort of like call off like a potential relationship because it was probably gonna become LDR. Like they go overseas and study or that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I know that I couldn't have that. I cannot like, it's not something I can do.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
I mean, LDR, I've been in LDR before. So like, I've been in, I think the LDR relationship was like around, it was a few months only, okay? It's like less than a year. But it was still really, really, really tough. So I personally wouldn't want to go through that for a very long term. Yeah. I think the maximum that I will allow that go without me, right, is like 2 years.
Yeah. That's why I say spouse different.
Yeah.
For me, right, I feel that spouse is at a certain level where
I'll go with you.
There's a level of like life already settled. So 5 is my limit. Anymore, right, we go together and then we might as well move on already.
So is it really a deal breaker? I don't think it's deal breaker. I think it can work out. I don't think working overseas is a deal breaker per se, but it's like one of those like, we'll probably need to talk about it and work out.
Yeah, because like, can you imagine if like your significant other, right, works in like the UN peacekeeping force, go until don't know where, keep going everywhere.
Yeah.
How?
Why if it's not like a set period of time? But let's say in 1 month they just need to keep going overseas non-stop, right? Then like 2 weeks out of the 1 month they're overseas. So half the time they're not at home.
So, but this arrangement goes on for 5 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I think that's fine.
That's fine.
6 years? Then okay.
No, actually still okay.
I think still okay lah.
Yeah, I'm talking about 5 years.
Like
back
straight.
to back.
Yeah.
Like go there and might as well go there, do masters or study uni.
Correct.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, especially the uni thing. I think like if it's like 4 years, I'll probably want to go with you lah.
Yeah.
And like do work there. Or something.
Might as well migrate already.
Maybe not migrate lah, but like stay there for a while. I think my parents did that actually. So my dad went overseas to work in Hong Kong. and my mom followed him.
Ah.
I think it was for like a year or two.
Yeah.
So I'll probably want to do that lah.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot easier lah.
Absolutely.
So short
Not a
answer,
deal
not
breaker.
really a deal breaker, but need to talk.
Yeah, man.
And why don't we do one last one very fast before we we stop the cameras?
Yes.
One that we already know the answer to this. Age gap.
Oh, okay. No deal breaker at all. I mean, for those to give context,
You'll be hypocrite if we say it is.
to give context, especially to our audience that are watching, my girlfriend and I have a 9-year age gap currently.
9 years. Which is crazy, guys.
Okay.
Which is crazy. It doesn't sound that much for him because he's...
9.
Okay, stop covering the camera. But like, he's like... He's turning 30 in like a week. Actually, the week that this comes out, he's turning 30. So everyone wish happy birthday in the comments down below. So he's turning 30 and Brianna is 21.
21.
So it doesn't sound that bad. But if you lower the number, the more you lower the number, the worse it feels.
When I was in NS, she was in primary 3. Then
it just feels bad. But it's not. It's definitely not a deal breaker for you.
It's not a deal breaker for me at all. In fact, like because so a lot of my relationships are found online.
Yeah, Tinder.
And like from online, right? Age like limit has never been a thing for me.
Yeah, we talked about it before.
Yeah.
And I agree lah. I don't think age gap is a deal breaker.
I mean, of course, no underage or minors.
Of course. Yeah. I hate that we have to say that. But yes.
Yeah. I don't come on lah. People on the internet stop being like that. You know?
Yeah, but age gap, for me, I think it's more of like I'm just scared of the fact that I cannot relate to them because of a different generation.
Okay, then in that case, right, there is only one like sort of deal breaker in that sense.
Yeah.
And that is I feel, right, when people are in stages of life that they are too vastly different.
Yes.
So like for example, right, if I was, let's say 9 years age gap, right? If I was working and she was in like poly JC, possible.
Yeah, I think that's a big deal breaker for me. Yeah.
Uni and working, right, already almost too far already for a lot of people. And a lot of people, I mean, a lot of people can attest to this. A lot of couples don't work out well if their significant other is still studying while you're working.
Yeah, hard.
It's the same as studying while NS.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, so I think the phase in life thing is very important. So for how my relationship is working okay for this 9-year age gap, because she's working also.
So you guys have the same like stage of life?
Yeah, same problems, same like, Friday very busy, Saturday, Sunday go out play, you know?
Yeah, so I think the age gap thing, if you want to summarize, is not a deal breaker for us. But rather, I think the deal breaker for us is the inability to relate. Which is, I think, a lot of people's deal breaker. I don't think this is a confined to us thing. Absolutely. So age gap, not a deal breaker.
No, but I do know, okay, for those of you that actually have age gap as a deal breaker, right? You all can leave in the comments below what is the upper and lower limit. Because I know there are some people with this formula, what, plus 7 divided by 2 or time divided by 2.
Yeah, the divide. Oh my god, yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Your age minus 7 divided by 2 or some shit.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Leave in the comments below what is your limit for your age gap. Because I know not everyone is of the same understanding as me lah. Yeah. Because I have a friend with a really large age gap also, it's like 6 or 7, and then mine is like 9, right? Yeah. So it's really large and people don't, like unexpectedly large because my dad friends some more is like secondary school date 22-year-old.
Oh.
But now they're married when she has reached 30. That means they've been together for 14 years.
Is that legal?
No, 16 is legal.
Okay.
But they never had sex lah.
Okay, tough.
No, but like they dated for 14 years.
That's crazy.
And they're like, okay, they're like really holy people, but like,
okay.
Yeah, so, but like, you know, these are stories that are rare.
Yeah, it's very rare, right? Yeah. I think age gap is fine. And I mean, the older you get, I think you feel the age gap less also.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think as long as you can relate to a person, I don't really care what age you are.
Same. And
in fact, Casey is 1 year older than me. Not say there's age gap or anything, but I can relate to her, so it doesn't matter. So yes, with that, let's take a quick camera break.
Yeah, we're going to take a quick camera break and we will be right back.
We'll be right back, guys.
And we are back from our camera break. And for those of you that are just joining us, just to remind you all, this episode today, we're talking about relationship red flags and deal breakers. Is inspired by this show, Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard, which actually we were invited to watch recently, and it's a hilarious show and we enjoyed ourselves so much. Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard is coming out in cinemas on 24th June.
Yes.
This week. So, or rather when this video comes out this week.
Yes, this Thursday.
Yeah, go check them out.
So go and check them out. The links will be in the description and in the comments. So why not go right back into the red flags?
Yes.
So we're left with 3 more that you want to discuss.
Okay.
So the next 2 will be kind of similar. It's like kind of similar in the sense of like we're talking about the friends. They are friends. So the first one is best friends with the opposite gender.
Which
I have heard is a lot of people's deal breaker.
Yeah, okay, but right off the bat, I feel that for both of us, this is fine.
I think because I am very close to like a lot of friends who are girls.
Yeah.
And for you also lah.
Yeah.
Either way, yeah, we are both quite close to friends who are girls. So to us, it's like we can't.
No,
in
okay,
good conscience
and also right, I feel that like because of our personalities, right?
Yeah.
We are quite like not sus with our female friends.
I guess so. I guess I guess.
And
I
that's
hope
why
not.
like we've never bred any behavior in our respective partners to be suspicious or to have it as a deal breaker for them.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think they are both very cool. Both our partners are very cool with it. And I mean, Kezia obviously has friends who are guys, and I'm sure Brianna too.
Yeah.
And they are obviously some of them are very close friends.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm fine with it. I don't see what's wrong with it.
Yeah, but like I understand that there are people who have this as a relationship deal breaker. And I understand why, because a lot of times it comes from like past trauma. Right? It could be because like last time people never give them enough assurance. Right? And I think this is very normal, especially when people are younger, right? They're not so experienced with relationships.
Yeah.
People tend to play these kind of mind games that they fall prey to, and then after that it forms their internal biases.
So they think that like I think this stems from like the assumption that like guys and girls cannot be best friends.
Yes.
There
are people who believe that.
Yeah, no, and the fact that like on places like TikTok, right, people can make funny videos about the girl who's
is it really true?
The best friend who's trying to like steal your boyfriend, kind of like.
Oh my god!
I mean, Dewey is one of them, lah.
Dewey is great. Dewey, if you're watching this for some reason, hi.
Dewey, please come on our show.
Please come on our show, man. I love you. You're wonderful. But yes.
But yeah. Basically, that's the kind of example that we have, right?
Yeah.
Where it's so much of a regular occurrence that it can be a joke.
Yeah. And I can see why lah. I think for some people I can see why they are like insecure.
Because like when you have friends that are hella sus and your partner is hella sus,
it will be a bit insecure.
It gets real, right?
Yeah, it does get real lah. But I think for Kezia and I, we talked about it very early on. I just said, I think I said to her very, very bluntly that I would say 90% of my friends are girls, and like the 10% is like people like John. So it's like, it's not because I'm trying to be sus or anything, because I'm really not trying to be I'm trying not to be creepy, but mainly it's because like I'm a very emotional person. So I prefer to, generally when I talk to guys, I don't get the same like the same interaction.
Yeah.
And I value the emotional interactions a bit more lah. So that's why.
I agree.
I think it's fine. I don't see what's wrong with it.
Not a deal breaker for me. For those of you that actually find this a deal breaker, we'd like to hear what your thoughts are. And like my going theory, okay, is that like past trauma, partners that have been sus, that have affected your views, right? And thus it has become a deal breaker. Or like you've seen a situation of this happening, like maybe your sibling or like your family has this kind of that shaped this internal biases.
I think it really depends from person to person. Just that personally, because you have been like, we are very close to Adria, hi Adria, but we are very close to Adria as well, and nothing happens. So so this we don't think it's a problem lah. So next one, which is also friends.
Oh,
still friends with their ex. Still. Why don't now we have to define the level of friendship.
Level of friendship.
Okay, acquaintances, like the don't hate each other but won't go out of their way.
So
to
like
talk.
colleague level.
Or like
wait, colleague level or client level?
why don't we make the scenario, they will only meet when they meet their class, because the same class. Yeah, then let's say their JC class meet, then that's the only time they'll meet. They won't go out of their way to meet, but they won't go out of their way to avoid each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's perfectly fine.
That's perfectly fine to me. I don't want to see what's wrong with that. But okay, then what about very good friends? Like the still share every detail in their life and call each other very often and meet each other very often.
More often than me.
Not more often than you lah. Maybe once every 2 weeks.
Because I should be currently the best friend. Right?
You should be currently the first.
Yes.
Okay.
So firstly, you say like call each other quite often, meet quite often. Where this person find the time? What about with me?
Maybe this person just has amazing time management skills.
That's madness. That makes no sense.
Why don't we give a few scenarios? One, let's say you meet every week. Maybe they meet once every like 2 weeks.
Okay.
Or once every month.
I got a scenario that one can work.
Okay.
They are next door neighbors.
No, they're not next door neighbors.
Oh, okay.
Once every 2 weeks they meet.
Once every 2 weeks they meet for what?
Just have dinner. Like just chill.
Just the two of them.
Just the two of them. Chilling, meet for dinner.
Okay, I wouldn't say it's
Sometimes
a deal breaker.
some drinks.
But let me tell you what's a deal breaker.
What's the deal breaker?
If I tell them that something is uncomfortable,
and then
they don't acknowledge my feelings, they don't do anything about it.
But what if they acknowledge their feelings but they still want to be friends because they're
that's the deal breaker lah.
Oh, okay. So what's the potential uncomfortable?
So the potential uncomfortable is when I start to feel that like they are close and it makes me jealous, for example. It makes me uncomfortable basically because
you're not a very jealous person, right?
I'm not a very jealous person, so it's difficult to get me there. But like I won't say that I don't get jealous. You know what I mean?
Okay, so what will get you jealous?
Like you go and hang out with your ex
one-on-one.
Yeah.
Is that jealous? That's jealous.
That will make me uncomfortable. But like
Okay,
if you tell me beforehand, firstly, there are a few ways to cushion it. You tell me beforehand, it's like, hey, so and so asked me out to eat.
Yeah.
Right? Is it okay if I go?
Yeah.
Right? I understand you may be uncomfortable, so if you say no, I will respect that and I won't go.
Yeah.
I think that's very normal.
If you say no lah. If you say no, then it's like, oh shit. Okay.
Your partner can express their discomfort, what?
Then what if they invite you in? Then okay lah.
Please do.
Okay, so you rather they invite you in lah. Okay,
please invite me. But if you want to go one-on-one or whatever, right? You let me know lah. Don't let me find out that actually you say you dinner, but actually you dinner with your ex.
Okay. Let's say they let you know the entire time, and maybe
then I'll be like, okay, thank you for understanding that it makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But I want you to enjoy yourself. Please go.
Okay.
Yeah. But then after that, if it becomes a regular thing, and it passes the point of comfort for me, then I'll be like, okay, these few days, you all have been meeting up this number of times, right? At first, I thought I was okay with it, but I'm starting to feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, then you expect them to.
Then I'll be like, is it possible if you all don't meet so much,
or rather let you have?
Yeah, or rather you bring me.
Yeah.
Right, and then we explore whether that's comfortable or not.
Okay.
And my expectation is that they will agree to either.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a reasonable expectation.
Yeah. Then also, right, it doesn't end there. You know, they can bring me.
Yeah.
Maybe after a few times, even that is uncomfortable.
Then you expect them to.
Then I will have a conversation with them again. I'll be like, okay, so after going out a few times, actually I still don't feel assured. Is it okay if you all don't meet this often?
What are you wary of people like perceiving you? If that happens, right? Are you wary of people perceiving you as like the possessive boyfriend?
No way. Because for me, I feel that like I make very reasonable requests.
Okay.
To the point whereby they can reject. They actually can. I make requests. I never say like, please, can you don't see them anymore?
Yeah.
Right? I just then say it makes me uncomfortable. Is it okay if you don't do it? If they say no or whatever, or like they'll try to find a compromise and then we'll try to see from there.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is that my approach to relationship is very simple. If there are enough things that I cannot accept, then I cannot accept this relationship.
Okay.
Because we will always have to go through stages to try to fix things.
Yeah.
And if it does not fix, and then people still be like they want their way, and that then their way deviates from mine too much, then this relationship won't work out. Then goodbye. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the deal breaker part.
But I can see why people might think that that's like a possessive behavior. Because
I think my approach is as mature as you can do, really.
Yeah, I think there's a very fine line between being, I guess, manipulative and being standing firm with what you are comfortable with and what you're not.
Yeah.
And I think that's a fine line that everyone has to write.
Yeah.
And I think it's fine that your relationship values don't align. You just don't
absolutely
be together. But but I think I was about to ask you other scenarios because I was thinking you would say dinner is still okay.
Yeah.
But I was about to ask you like, what if it's like drinks, then what if it's clubbing, that kind.
Oh, okay. Firstly, right, like I still feel that until clubbing is also okay.
Okay. So it doesn't matter the activity.
You tell me beforehand first. You make sure every step you take is to reassure me that you are going with a friend and that your heart is in the correct place. There are many ways to do this.
Yeah.
Communication is one way.
Yeah.
Accountability is another. Before you go clubbing, you say you are going clubbing. You show a picture. You do what you do. Basically, everything along the way because you understand that your partner may be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You see, it's very simple. When you think about the fact that your partner may be uncomfortable, you will do things to make them feel not feel more comfortable. Right? It could be very simple, like, oh, we just reached the club. Or like, oh, we have left the club.
It does make us feel a lot better. I think, so another question I want to ask, does it matter if it's an ex or if it's like a random friend? So let's say
a random friend doesn't matter as much. If it's an ex, then that's where all these things become damn important.
Okay. So it's like random friend is still okay.
Yeah, and I feel that like my partner has to have the expectation that even though she does all this, right? I may still eventually feel uncomfortable.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is normal, what?
Which is
because
normal.
When we flip the equation, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Right? I do expect that eventually I do certain things people can be uncomfortable with, and that's fine.
And if they bring it up, then
if they bring it up to me, then I better do something about it.
Of course.
It could be I do something about it, or I realize that this is not a good fit.
Yeah.
There are only two possibilities.
Yeah. I think there's also the other scenario that, like, let's say they do something and eventually over time you become more comfortable with it because you're getting more, not say used to, but like you build that trust.
Correct.
A lot better.
But at the same time, there's also the flip side of it. Is over time you become more uncomfortable with it.
Yeah. Either way it can be because like for example me and Kezia, like she used to club a lot. Now we cannot club with her. But like in the past in uni, she used to club more often.
Yeah.
Not say a lot, a bit more often. Then or like she will drink sometimes. And then I'll like with her friends. And for me, because like my past relationship kind of ended very badly, so I have a little bit of trust issues at the time. So every time I go club, then the way Kezia, not I go club, she goes to like drink with her friends or go club, right? She would compromise by, I guess, updating me once in a while. Like, hi, I'm drinking now. Hi, I'm going back home. I'm back home safe. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then she also does this very cute thing, which I really like, that she set her wallpaper to me and her only during that night. Because she doesn't like to set her wallpaper to us. But for that night, she will set the wallpaper to us. Just to assure me. And then
tips.
Very pro tips. And over time, nowadays, like if she go out and drink with her friends, I'm like, yeah, sure, go ahead, man. And like nothing happens. Like she can just not talk to me the entire night and I'll go to sleep and I'll be fine.
Yeah.
So it's more of those things that I grew more and more comfortable with over time.
Same.
And and I think for Kezia, she's not a naturally jealous person. But I'll still ask her like, hey, I'm going out with this girl, space friend, like Adriel or like Peps or whatever.
Yeah.
Then she'll be like, yeah, sure, go ahead. I have fun. And it's just one of those things that we like communicate more and trust each other more.
Yeah.
So back to the whether is it a deal breaker? Not really.
Not really. I feel that the deal breaker part, right, is the accountability part.
Yeah.
So if in a relationship, it doesn't matter whether it's an ex or not, if they're not accountable, right, then that's the deal breaker. Ex just makes it like you roll
more obvious.
Basically, you roll more dice only.
Correct.
So if you don't roll, when you're rolling dice, you don't tell me how many dice you roll, right? Then that's where things are a problem already.
I get it. Yeah. Okay.
So you must tell me.
Yes.
I mean, I'm also not the immediately jealous type. In fact, like when you tell me this kind of thing, I'll be like, oh, can I come? Because I'm bored.
I'm hanging
and
by
I mean,
a thread.
to be fair, right? Being in a relationship with you, right? Like if I can come and then we both have fun.
Yeah.
Like that's a win in my book.
yeah. I understand. I mean, I'm fine with it. I'm cool. And I don't think it's a deal breaker.
Yeah, boy.
In fact, maybe it might even, to some people, it might even be a good thing because it just shows that, they had the person had a healthy relationship. It looks good in their character. They're not toxic, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, it just depends on how you see it. And for us, it's not a deal breaker.
Not a deal breaker.
As you guys clearly can see, most of the things are not deal breakers to us. Because when we were dating about this, I was asking John, actually any of this deal breaker? Then you're like, not really. I think because our deal breaker is
Assassin one close.
Okay. I think our deal breaker is you cannot be an asshole. So
yes.
And that's everyone's deal breaker. It's not just our deal breaker. But the next one kind of got us a bit wobbled.
Okay.
Which is the last one we're going to go into, which is cheated before.
Uh-huh.
That one got us wobbled a little bit.
Okay.
And when we heard it, we were like, oh.
Okay.
Or rather when I said
tough one.
That one tough. That one a bit tough. What's your immediate reaction?
Okay, well, how about you say first?
Okay, for me, you better convince me a lot that you are not gonna do it ever again. Because my default is like, it's gonna be, I'll be super wary.
Okay.
I'm gonna be on high ass alert. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't believe that no one can change. It's just that I think it's quite reactionary that if someone cheated before, that you would think that it's possible. I think because you start to entertain this as a possibility. And I can understand if let's say I cheated before, I haven't. But if let's say I have, that my future partner will be like very, very insecure.
Yeah.
It makes sense, right? Because you have that, I guess, track record.
Yeah.
But I understand that people change. And that's the reason why I'm very hesitant to say that it's a straight on deal breaker.
Yeah.
So if they have before, they explain to me the situation and they convince me or not convince me, or rather assure me that everything is okay, I think still okay. I think still okay. So I won't say deal breaker, but I would say it's almost 80% there.
Yeah.
Like tough.
Yeah.
Very, very tough.
For me also shaky, right? Very close. To it being a deal breaker, right? But the thing is, it's not so clear cut for me also lah. I feel that like I also believe that people can be different.
Of course, yeah.
And like when I get into a relationship with someone, right, I get into it with like a certain level of trust. Like I'm going to trust you regardless of your past. Because you think about it, right? You don't judge me about what I do in my past. I in turn shouldn't judge you for what you did in your past. Even though cheating has a potential implication in our current present.
Yes.
So my personal opinion is very simple. I think because like I've grown a little bit more mature and also because I'm a little bit older, I actually have this sort of like logical switch within me.
Yeah. Okay.
So in the times of high mental anguish emotional anguish where I need to make decisions.
Yeah.
Right? It's when I'm able to flip that switch at the spot to fix things. I call it my problem solving mode.
Yeah.
Right? So I am a very emotional person.
Yeah.
But I'm also a very willing to trust people person.
Yeah.
Okay?
Me too. Yeah.
So I will go into this relationship with the ex-cheater. Right? We all want to believe he's an ex-cheater with a like an open heart and open mind lah.
Yeah.
But my going theory is very simple. There will always be a small part of me that is not say holding back, but like cautious.
Cautious definitely.
Yeah. And this cautious part of me, right, is always ready to strike. And what I mean by ready to strike is very simple. In the event that infidelity occurs, right?
Yeah.
I will have already rather psychopathically prepared a few ways to hit back at this person in terms of ruining their image or their career.
What the fuck? That's a very... What?
No, because I don't believe in... I don't believe in like... I believe in get even.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So
I won't go that far.
So like any platform that's possible, any ways to showcase, I will showcase and ruin this person's future prospects for anything.
What?
Because if they cross the line on me, right?
Yeah.
I will, and I know I surely want to seek retribution.
That sounds very psychopathic.
No, it's very psychopathic in the sense like, when something has been committed on me, right?
Yeah.
I will want to seek justice.
Yeah.
And there are no rules to seek justice.
Fair enough.
So it's the Wild West.
I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah. So I'll be grieving. I'll definitely be grieving, right? Because I'll be hurt, right? But I will definitely have already prepared some ways to hit back at this person in ways that don't incriminate me and them. Absolutely no ways that incriminate them. Unless they are already like doing incriminating stuff. I will expose those things. And make sure it's like because you see the thing about it is that cheating on someone, like I feel it causes a deep cut and deep grief on the person. It
does.
It lingers with you. It sticks with you. It scars you a little bit.
Yeah.
Right? And that's why I believe that like there has to be some form of retribution. But I do not believe in violence and I do not believe in crime.
So social, you're going to the social
So
justice.
we must find a way to get this person to die a social death.
Wow, John, that is very intense.
It's very intense, but I have prepared this in my sort of like the steps I prepared in my head already.
I wouldn't go that far.
I mean, most people would not go that far, but I mean, frankly speaking, if you're anything like me, I recommend you all prepare something like that. But
I wouldn't. Okay, for me, it's one of those things that like, if let's say, and I have considered dating someone who has cheated before. And my friends talked me out of it, but if they didn't, I probably would have tried at least. For me, it's more of a, if it happens, I'll be very ready to leave. It's not I'll be ready to seek retribution.
I think the thing about it is that like, because that sentiment, right, will also be made very clear with my partner.
Yeah.
Right? It will act as a form of deterrence. Because like I don't know how to say, I will put my money where my mouth is.
Okay.
Right? And I don't care how much it costs me. But I will find legitimate ways to make you die a social death.
It's very intense. Dude.
It's very intense. But the thing about it is that because I make it very clear to you, it's like, for example, you see, talk about Singapore law, right?
Yeah.
Flimsy, but we just zoom in on one argument, which is like, why is there death penalty for drug trafficking?
Yeah.
Right? Mainly because of deterrence.
Okay.
Right?
So you view it more as a deterrence thing.
Of course, because I feel that this kind of big reaction, right, is only warranted for people who intentionally cause harm on me. See, the thing about cheating is that it's so intentional. First, there must be the encounter. There are so many stages where you could have called it off.
True.
Right? The first encounter can call it off already. The getting closer can call it off already. The physical encounter can call it off already. The follow-up also can call it off. All these steps you didn't follow up.
So you don't, okay, we said cheated before, but to a lot of people, there's very definition of cheating. Right?
Yeah. Emotional cheating.
Let's say emotional cheating, okay?
Not okay.
Okay, I'm okay.
Huh? As in like they emotionally cheat on people before?
I am
Or they
more
emotionally cheat
okay
on
with...
me?
Okay, I'm more okay with it.
You more okay on people emotionally cheating with you?
Like, I was cheated on?
Yeah. So like, let's say a current relationship. Or is it because we're talking about different things here.
Yeah. As in like if it's... I think I'm more okay with it.
If someone...
I'd rather they emotionally cheat than physically cheat.
On you?
Yeah.
I would rather that too.
Yeah.
I will probably be less willing to do my full retribution plan on them. But on the spot, that's a breakup. But I think we're talking about...
Oh, it's a breakup straight away.
Of course.
Wow. Okay. Because I have actually gone through this before with one of my exes.
Breakup?
I never break up. Straight up didn't. So
for me, it's very simple. It will flip my switch and I'll be like, I'm sorry, please return me all the things that I left at your place. Let's not talk to each other anymore. Block. Cut.
I think that's fair. I think for me it's just more of a...
But luckily you get to keep your social life.
Yeah. you get to still be on Instagram without shame.
It's not just Instagram. Most of the time I feel that I'll make sure all their friends know, all their family know, or their extended family know, and all kinds of other things.
Dude, that's crazy.
No, that's not crazy. I mean, okay, it is.
That's a little bit crazy.
It is crazy that I go until that extent.
Yeah.
But you must understand that, like, if this sentiment was already briefed to you and you still go and do, you don't expect me to don't hold my end up.
Will you do the same to someone who has never cheated before?
Like, what do you mean?
Let's say, because now the deal breaker
So
is
I'm
that,
the first person they cheat on?
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
So it doesn't matter whether they cheat before.
Oh, it doesn't matter at all.
Oh, then it's not... Okay, I was thinking that it was a special treatment for people who have cheated before.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. So everyone...
Because the understanding is always very simple. I feel like every time I enter the relationship, my understanding is set very clear. That cheating, right, will warrant all these things. And I tell them upright.
Okay,
you can ask me like this.
Yeah.
I tell
for
her
it?
outright.
You told her?
Yes. That if like that, right, I will make sure you die a social death. I'll tell all your family members, I'll tell your extended family, make sure you got no more friends, make sure your employer knows about all this kind of thing and then see what happens after that.
I'm quite sure Kezia told me this before. No, I don't.
Oh, is it? Kezia also has this.
No, she has jokingly said it.
Oh, no, I mean it very seriously.
I think she has jokingly said like,
yeah,
I will be very angry, I will tell all your friends, that kind of thing.
No, because the thing is, I like to, like personally, when I get revenge on people for certain things, I like to get the strongest possible legitimate means to throw them under the bus.
I didn't know yours. Okay, not say I didn't know.
Yeah.
I have seen this side of him before, especially in Facebook comments. If you go look at Facebook comments, you will see his name in it, right? 90% of the time, he's trying to fuck someone over really hard.
But nicely.
It's damn obvious.
But nicely.
He's like sarcastically fucking someone over. But to all of us, it's like this guy just wants to start a war. But yes, I've seen it before. But for me, I think... Let's go back to the deal breaker.
Yeah.
So actually, the more I think about it, it's not really lah.
It's not
close, but not really.
Yeah. But like, you see, the thing about it is that I like to keep all bases covered because I assure my partner that this is not something I would do, right? I expect that reciprocation because I feel that is the base level. Right?
I agree. So like everything we have said so far about the deal breaker is not a gendered thing. If it happens to someone else, if let's say we are the deal breaker, we have any of these deal breaking elements, we will expect the same response. So just in case anyone thinks that because it's two guys, we will naturally slip into some language that might assume that the person who has the red flags is a girl lah. But actually it can be both ways.
Yeah, it can be anyone.
This is just very normal general red flags.
Yeah.
So cheated before, yay or nay? Like, as in not deal breaker.
Not deal breaker.
Not deal breaker, but Jesus Christ, does it come close?
It comes very close. And it will come, this relationship then, right, will come with a lot of like, sort of at the beginning especially, terms and conditions and restrictions lah. It's like phase 1, right? And
Yeah,
after that,
I
you
think
slowly increase, right?
I think they will probably have to do a lot more to gain the trust.
Yes, correct.
I think other factors that can include is like, let's say they tell me they cheated in primary school. Like, yeah, whatever.
Primary school cheat on what exam?
No. Last time they primary school were girlfriend, boyfriend.
Yeah.
Or then they cheated on their girlfriend/boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be like, yeah, sure, whatever. Primary school, you were just like stupid. If it's like, I think the nearer it is to the time where I date them, the more of a deal breaker it will be.
Yeah. So the thing is, but like my theory is this, and I highly encourage everyone who is watching, don't crumble because of a person who cheat on you. Get even. But not in but not in the punch people, kill people, stab people kind of way. No, please don't do that.
Or Instagram.
No, write letter to their surrounding neighbor, let everyone know.
Wow, John, that is damn intense.
Why? Don't they deserve it? Leave in the comments below what you think.
I don't think so.
Really, yeah.
Okay, I think cheating is a scummy thing to do.
Yeah.
And I think it ruins a lot of people's lives.
Yeah.
And not just their life, but like their trust and their relationship in the future also. Because whether or not they like it, they're going to bring the scum over.
No, but like I would love it if eventually I find out that this person has been shunned by their social group.
Maybe, okay, I am a very pacifist at heart. And you know this, I'm very anti-conflict. I will never do that.
I'm also very anti-conflict, but I feel like I'm anti-conflict in a repressed way.
Okay, no, me is I'll avoid conflict at all costs. And I don't see the point. I'm just like, break up, then like you do you.
I'll avoid conflict at all costs.
Yeah.
And then when conflict is nuclear war.
Yeah. You seem like that kind, is the all or nothing kind.
Yeah.
Okay. Leave in the comments down below if you think John is a psycho.
I mean, I would love to share more of my thoughts on this, but like I clearly do classify it fall under this certain like psycho stereotype when it comes to like getting even. I
when it comes to getting even, I
acknowledge that.
Yeah.
I will go Gone Girl on your ass.
It does remind me of Gone Girl.
But I will not do anything criminal.
Yeah.
And like I want to hear what you all think about this approach, because the thing about it is that like I always believe in justice.
Of course. Okay.
And retribution.
Okay.
Retribution not in the violent sense, but retribution to get back what you deserve.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
I think that's up to all of you guys to discuss in the comments down below. But before we wrap up real quick, let's do the last plug for our movie.
Oh, yes.
Hitman's Wife, Bodyguard.
Yes.
So definitely go and check it out. It's out in theaters
24th
June, which is this Thursday.
June, yes.
So definitely go and check it out. Thank you guys. Thank you for inviting us to the movie. We really enjoyed it.
And thank you everyone who is watching so far. Please go and check them out. I promise you it will be a show that will fill you with laughter and you'll come out learning a lot of very creative swear words.
Very creative swear words. The CGI is not bad also. I forgot to mention that the CGI is really quite
my favorite scene, without spoiling anything, is when they revealed Morgan Freeman.
So yes, with that, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe and see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.